What's up,
Hi, guys.
Welcome to another Stay Fishy Friday. We're your hosts. I'm Josh.
I'm Bigrich,
And I'm Hoover.
the fat man.
You're the fatter guy, though.
No, you're the fatter guy.
No, you're the fatter guy.
We're going to have this argument all night long.
Yeah.
Look at that thin physique of me. Look at that, son. Look at that. Yeah, Jim usually lost all that weight. No, I just found it. It's right here. All right, guys. How you all doing? Hope you're ready for a nice night, because I couldn't wait for this night. It's been a hectic week. Been crazy.
Getting set up here.
All right, Josh is getting set up to read any of the things on there. And we'll go ahead and start. Well, actually, let's see how many people we got. We waited 5 minutes last time, and we got a lot more people.
Oh, this is different.
What's that, Josh? There's 112 viewers.
What's the menu here?
Oh, they upgraded it, made it
Yeah.
better, different. Yeah, they change things all the time. YouTube, if you notice, half the people can't see our thumbnail. I can't see it, but other people are saying it's showing up for them. Is YouTube still messing up? All right, we went from 112 to 123, so yeah, people are piling in. Hello, everybody. Awesome. Let me go back and maximize this here. This here and this. All right. Oh, Reaper's here. Hey, what's up, Reap? AZ Fish Room, thank you for coming in and moderating. Brittany Ziblis, she's always here. Thank you, Brittany. Who else we got? We got Lori Kish, thank you. Brooke Holly, thank you. These are our mods. I never actually ever recognized them at the beginning, and they're here. These people make our lives easier. Xanazo, and who else was in here? Okay, so that's all of our mods, I think. I got them all.
So got a good bit of news.
What's that, buddy?
So, you know how Rob was waiting on that permit. He wasn't knowing if he was, going to get it approved. Might have to look for a new building.
Right.
He got the permit, but there's a catch. They can open the store to online sales only.
Oh, yeah, I saw that today,
So,
yeah.
They'll be able to set up the
Nobody
fish,
can come there and sell or buy out of the store.
but
so-
he'll be able to set up his tanks and come get these raised finally. So,
Right. And
That
if
should
they
be
have to
fun.
move later, they can do that, and,
well, now that they've got the permit, they're going to do online sales and up until
Yeah, but they
buy the
want the
building.
store open, so they want to own a building so they can rent where they're at, and then
They're-
as they find a good building that will serve as their permits, they can then buy that building.
they're buying that one. They can't change the permit to have in person, people come into the store unless they own the building themselves.
Oh, so
So
they're
they're
buying
gonna-
that big building.
They're gonna rent it until they're able to buy it, and then they can change the zoning and open it
Okay.
as a full-time pet store.
And now anytime we go to New York or Connecticut or Maryland or New Jersey, we can just stop in at Rod's. What's up, buddy? It'll be right there. All right, let's go on with this Tracy update. Now, Tracy, she came home from the hospital. Remember, she had COVID and all that. She's been a little iffy since, meaning that it's hard to keep her saturation levels up, and we're fighting her and constantly suctioning her out. It's been rough. She's getting better. She's clearing that up. And then today, I don't know, who, if you can run in there and get that vest, yeah. We got in today, this thing. Mara's been trying for it for like 4 months now. She finally got it in, and it's a vest. And we put it on her, Velcros and straps on. But it's a battery operated, and what it has is bladders, and it shakes her. Like different sections, start shaking and vibrating, and these bladders blow up and buzz and blow up and pop, nonstop. And it's got 3 different modes that it goes through because it runs for 30 minutes each time. And we're like, okay, so the thing is you're vibrating her to get some of the mucus out. But see, all this time she's had this one lung on this side that has had the bottom of it always looked, hard, and every doctor would say it's pneumonia. Okay, so here is there's the vest, and we put this on her. This goes over her shoulders, and then goes down into here. And then we've got this remote here. Hold this shoulder up too. We got this remote here, and when you turn it on, let me see, let me get power on. You gotta hold it on. Okay, there it goes. Now you just hit play, and boom, it'll start doing these different baffles and vibrating and shaking it loose. Well, she's actually breaking loose this hard thing that was at the bottom of her lung that the doctors always said was pneumonia. And I'm like, no, you got to look at her past, that left side has always been, like 2 inches of, it's not, she's actually coughing up chunks of white stuff now. So we're thinking it's busting up that bottom of her lung and giving her more lung capacity because she's getting better and better and easier to saturate. She's staying all day saturated and then all night until about 4 in the morning. And then every 15 minutes, I have to suction her out 4 until about 7. It's rough. It's rough. I mean, I come out here, I do the work I do. I go back in there and as soon as I crawl back into bed and get the blanket over me, her alarm's going back off. I have to go running back out there. It's crazy. It's been, the last 3 nights have been ridiculous. But today she was blowing or coughing up these chunks of white stuff out of her lungs. And Mara thinks it's part of that buildup that was in her lung. And we're going to see because we've got constant CT scans and x-rays of her lungs. As every time she gets sick, she gets an x-ray and stuff like that. So after a couple of weeks here, we're going to order another x-ray and see how her lungs are doing. And if it keeps getting better, it'll get better. And easier for us because then she'll go back to what she did before, which was sleep through the night. I just had to every 2 hours wake up, reposition her. And, I have in my bedroom, I have a heat sensor on her that goes in her bra. And then it tells me what her skin temperature is. I can tell if she's too hot or too cold. So I can put a blanket on her or take one down, depending on her skin temperature. And then we also have the oxygen saturation and her heart rate. I can tell if she's, getting sick, if she's heart rate's too high and her oxygen's too low or whatever. We can tell all that. And the alarms go off. It's way louder in my room than it is in the living room. So it wakes me up for that. But my phone alarm gets me up every 2 hours to reposition her. And while I'm out there, I suction her out and, fill her bottle up for her mist going into her lungs and stuff. And, that would be simple if it was just that. But then, you go lay down and all of a sudden the alarms are going off. You got to come out and figure out what the problem is, why she's desaturating. Sometimes it's as simple as the trach collar. She was coughing and it popped up on her neck. And now the trach is down here and it's not getting no oxygen, CO2. So we have to just take that and put it back on her and then she goes right back up. Other times it's, the filter for the mist is plugged up and there's hardly nothing coming out. So she desaturates that way. Other times, maybe a cord fell off or that machine's not plugged in or something happened. I mean, there's a million things that go wrong. So you got to jump when you hear these alarms. And it has been really hard for the last 3 nights or 4 nights or whatever to take care of her. And it's been great at the beginning of the night, but the end of the night, it's rough. So now with this vest, we're hoping it's going to go right back to the way it was because, they say, she had the COVID. They say sometimes the effects won't go away for up to a year. You might not taste nothing for a year, or smell nothing for a year, or you may have that certain cough for a year. She's at the point where she's not feeling that she has to cough. She did great before. Remember, we were talking about taking her off the trach and all that, and we couldn't do it because she wasn't aware. Well, now there's no way we could take her off the trach because at the end of the night, 4 or 5 o'clock, she just don't cough and nothing comes up, and I have to suction her out. So, it's like she can't feel it. But other than that, we get her through from 4 to 7 and then, we got her on her back because I put her on her sides at nighttime. And I've got 4 different sides, a little on the left, a lot on the left, a little on the right, a lot on the right. So during the daytime, she goes onto her back and she instantly gets oxygenation back again, really good. It's on her sides, it's hard. But I always put her on her back to feed her morning food, and I change her and all that, and then put her on her back. The nurses take over at 8 o'clock, and then they're good all day. She really don't have a problem. So it's getting easier, but it's also there's problems in there because of the leftover COVID stuff. So we're going to see how this new vest works, and hopefully it'll bust the rest of that loose, and she'll have even more area for oxygenation. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, she's doing great. Her skin looks great. She's got no wounds. The pressure sore she came home with was on her heel, and let's say this is her foot. Right here on her right here is where it was. It was a big, like 50-cent round piece of like dead skin. And, we kept it off of the ground. In other words, we prop her up with a pillow here. Her heel was out in the air. And the wound nurse came out just the other day, and she started peeling it back and said, this is healed. I'm like, what are you talking about? She peeled it all the way off, and under it was nice pink skin. It wasn't necrotic skin no more. Her heel, it healed. She healed her heel. So Mara says that's the fastest I've ever seen a pressure wound heal. And, we've been, now she's don't have no pressure wounds. She's been home from the hospital long enough. We got her healed up. She's never had a pressure wound from us being at home. It's every time we send her into the hospital, she gets a pressure sore, or other problems happen. They don't move her. They don't suction her. I go in to visit her, and her lips are so dried and cracky. That never happens at home. We wipe her lips. We put moisturizer on her lips, lip balm and stuff. These people are supposed to be professionals. They're better than us. I'm just some guy. I laid carpet for a living for most of my life. I was a bouncer at nighttime. I laid carpet during the daytime. I raised my kids, and Tracy was an electrician. We're not nurses, but how are we taking better care of her than the professionals are? That kills me. I don't know. It kills me, but I'm really happy with the way she's progressed. She's got no more pressure wound. This leftover stuff in her with her lungs is COVID related, so we're okay with that, and we're going to fight it and keep going. She's doing well. She's more alert. I mean, like if I'm talking to Hoover over here, we look over at her, and she's over there looking at us. She's got her eyes pointing off. She's looking. She's real attentive. She's like wanting to be part of the motion, the commotion, so she's real attentive anymore. So she's there, she's doing good, and we'll get past this. We'll fight it and keep going. The more things you throw at me, the harder I'll fight. It's okay. So that's our Tracy update, and then let's give a Josh update. He comes by once a night to feed the fish. He's working at his house. Him and his girl are working on their baby room, and they're doing all kinds. He's got like 76 projects, and I'm like, how's it feel, son? So there's our Josh update. Hoover update? He eats really good here.
Come in yesterday, I'm like, where's Hoover? All of a sudden, Hoover comes walking in the door, 2 big bags of snacks. So we got Chris Biggs. He says,
hey, what's up, Chris? He called me Big Daddy.
And brother Josh, your weird Canadian brother misses you.
Hey, pretty soon, you can be traveling again. So, we're expecting you here, Chris. Oh, and Chris, while I got you here, call me when you got a spare moment. I want to talk to you about that food thing we were talking about. I want to get this started. I got the money set aside. I want to do this. So call me, brother. Oh, we have somebody on here named Shitballs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's their name.
Yeah, he said don't make fun of his name. He said that's kind of a funny name.
Well, to name yourself Shitballs and come on here and say, don't make fun of my name.
There.
You just put a target on your own back.
We got Rob Schilling, $20. He said, hashtag Team Tracy. Yep, great news.
Awesome, Rob.
And we got Cornish Cichlids for $2. He said, Josh, sort your turnip out. Team Trey. I don't know what that means.
Sort your turnip out?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you, expand a little
Elaborate?
more? Elaborate? Oh, you know the big words.
Yeah, I know the big words.
First trap said word of the night, hashtag shitballs.
Shitballs is the word of the night. I agree. Wait,
Oh,
drink up. Someone said shitballs. It's not a swear word for tonight. I'm sorry.
the live streams aren't PG anyway.
Well, we're trying.
I'm gonna have to look this up now. Take over some of the questions for a sec.
Okay. Harry Banana says, I'm like loving these names. Look, everyone, it's Rich Zilla at the background every 13 minutes. Yeah, I'm feeding them, and I put it on loop, so I should have cut me out and just left that on loop, and it looked like one long video. I'm sorry. Chris Matt Aquarius Big says, can do this week, my friend. Much love and respect. I expect to be there in November. Ooh, that's the OCA thing, Chris. That's all you're coming down for? We got DIY Joey coming down. We got who's the other guy coming over?
When?
Coral George from Coral Reef 12G. Told you he was coming over sometime soon. Every time I talk to Tanner Serpa from Serpa Design, he says he'll come over, but I've never gotten an actual date from him.
We got our friend over from Indonesia coming up next week, Tuesday.
And this is say his name.
Giovanni Suhendi.
Suhendi.
Yeah, he's got some
I
big
bet you
tanks.
still got it wrong.
No.
No, you think it's right? He's got some big tanks. Check him out on YouTube. He's got some big tanks. Okay, Abhishek Anand said Bigrich should play the guitar sometimes. We tried that once, but the mic picks us up talking. The amp was way too loud, and it kind of shut down everything, and all you heard was like gunk, 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 gunk on the guitar strings. It was horrible. So I have to find some sort of online guitar tuner or guitar amp to play into the computer, and then, and I can put a line, a media stream to our thing and have it on there. I can turn it up and down and all that, and have the great guitar sound, but as low quality as we want. The problem with the guitar is when you're doing the overdrive, the lower you have it, the less the quality goes. It's not that good.
People are asking how long I'm keeping the beard. So I do this pretty much every November. I start growing it and I see how long I can tolerate it. I happened to accidentally, when I was trimming it once, I kind of nicked it a little far, so I took it all down just a tad bit. So it should be a little bit longer than this. But when it usually gets a little bit warmer out, I get so sick of it and I shave it off. So we shall see.
I'm sorry, people. I forgot to turn my phone down. That was an advertiser. Now you can be as aggravated as I am.
That's what he said. Shit balls up there.
I said no need for a shout out because I didn't want to offend anyone. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Where's the rescue at? I would love to bring my kids to see them. I'm near Toledo. We're about an hour and a half from you. Strongsville, Ohio, 20 minutes south of Cleveland.
Paul Atkins for $5 said message was retracted. So I'm not sure what Paul was going to say, but thank you.
Well, you can't even click on it to see what it was.
Yeah, no, because he's the one who removed it, so he retracted it. Nobody else can see it. It wasn't like it was deleted. For everyone that's saying congratulations on the engagement and the kid, thank you. That is appreciated. And for those of you that what do I want to say here, donated to the registry, I guess we started receiving stuff in the mail. So not tomorrow, the next day should be my next video coming out. You'll have clips of that added in there as well.
Oh no, mine's coming out tomorrow morning.
So the one after that.
And then no, it'll be Reapers and then yours.
I don't count Reaps. channel on here. I'm talking about between me and you. You do one. I
Right,
do
but
one,
if
do
you
one.
say it comes out after that, they're expecting the next day. So
This
tomorrow
channel's
will be
every other
mine.
day.
Right. Tomorrow will be mine. Then it'll be Reaper's, and then it'll be Josh's video. There we go.
Tomorrow's Saturday, so it'll be on Monday. There you go, Monday.
Okay. I just had something I was going to read. Okay, here we go. Jennifer Melendez says, Bigrich, can I stop by? I will be in Ohio. Is.A. I don't know what that means, but yeah, certainly.
In May, she said earlier.
It says IS
Yeah, but she meant to say
dot
in May.
AY.
In May, she'll be in Ohio. Can she stop by? That's what she asked earlier.
Just message me, Bigrich at OhioFishRescue.com, and then we'll set up a appointment. I will get to it. It may take me a couple days, but if you message me there, I have a paper trail and I can copy it and put it to the calendar, and I'll know. That's how I set up my appointments. I'm sorry.
Yep. All right. Hang on. Trying to find this for you guys. There we go.
What's everyone drinking tonight? Just made a Long Island iced tea. This could get messy. I like it. This is vanilla vodka with grape crush. Grape crush is 0 calories, 0 carbs, and you add 1 packet. You put 3 fingers of the vanilla vodka in there, 1 packet of grape crush, and you fill it up with water. So you're hydrating while you're drinking, and it tastes really like my dad grew grapes when I was young, and the grapes that got oversized were super sweet and tasted so good. It tasted like we took them off the vine and just ate them, and that's the taste that reminds me of. So I love this taste. Brings me back to my childhood, I guess. My drunken childhood.
I'm drinking the same thing.
So people asking about the name of the baby, if we will not announce it.
I'm still waiting.
We don't even know the name yet, but I can tell you the name.
If it's going to be a girl, it's going to be Bambi. Look at that! Look at his face.
I already know it's a
Or
girl.
Candy.
There's no if about it. But I can share the names that we are thinking of now, and there's 3 of them. We've got. Let me see if I can.
Emma was one.
Huh?
Emma.
Yes, I do like.
He goes,
Emma. I thought you said Endel. I'm like, what?
No, Emma was one.
I do like Emma. Brittany likes the name McKenna.
McKenna? Okay, that's a new one on me. I didn't hear that one.
Isabella.
And Isabella was the other one I heard.
Mhm.
The problem with Isabella is they're all going to start calling her Izzy.
She's a little princess.
Yeah, but a couple Izzies.
I know one. Not gonna let one ruin them all.
You got to think of these things, Like, I would never name my kids Rich no more, ever. Because every old guy out there is like, hey, Dick, how you doing? Like, what do you call him Dick for? Well, that's short for Richard. No, it's not. Yes, it is. And I look it up, and sure enough, it is. I'm like, I would never name my kid Dick. That one snuck up on me. I'm thinking I'm going to name them all Richard. I'm going to have a bunch of boys, all named Rich. I got 2.5 in there. 2.5 men. I got Richard, which was my firstborn, and then I got Richie, which was my true junior, Richard Allen Price Jr., and then I got Joshy, which I was like, yes, it's because we didn't know. Yes, it's a boy, another Richard. And Tracy stood up in her stirrups and says, no. So then she goes, that other name you like, which was Joshua. She goes, how about Joshua Richard? And I'm like, okay, that'll work, fine. And then, I left the room, this and that. I went to get some snacks and stuff. I come back and she had signed the papers and she didn't know how to spell Joshua. I picked a good biblical name. Joshua. Joshua. It's biblical. It's a good, solid name. And the nurse comes in there with the paper to have her sign for the name. And she's like, I don't know. I don't know how to spell Joshua. She what do you call that? Pronounced it out. She's like, Joshua. So she goes, Joshawa. 6 months later, I get the baby birth certificate in the mail. I'm like, what the heck is this? Joshua, that's my son. So she was always supposed to go and change it before even Josh ever even knew about it, you know?
Never
It was
changed.
supposed to go back to Joshua, you know? And she never did it. And Josh grew up and people are making fun of him in school and stuff. But there's never been another Joshua around you, is there? You got a unique name, son. All because your mother can't spell. What's the rest of that song go? Your daddy can't rock and roll.
Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fish said, good day. Hope to visit the rescue center when I speak at the OCA on April 1st.
Of course. Tell them, send a message to Bigrich at ohiofishrescue.com. And, you know, we'll set that up for sure. All the speakers that go to the OCA always come here. Don Danko or, what was the other guy's name? Don Danko's the owner. Then my buddy, I can't remember my buddy's name. I just, I don't know Don Danko as well as I know my buddy, and I can't remember his name right now. I'm pulling a blank. But they always bring the people over here. All the speakers come to OFR. So they've got carte blanche here. They bring their speakers over when they need to. And it's always a good time. So for sure.
You're going to make me look through my contacts now. So I don't remember his name either.
Okay, let's see what else we got to talk about here. To read the questions. Oh, guys, we're here to answer your fishy problems. You know, give us questions. Let us know. We'll try and help. I've done a bunch this week. I mean, these people have been getting a hold of me, and I'm telling them what medicines and how to do it and what to do and all this. And you know, I've gotten so many compliments back. Thank you so much. You saved my fish, this and that. And I'm like, well, you know, it's not really, you know, you're welcome, and you know, I'm glad he's doing good. But to me, it's like we've done this for years, and this is what we do. No, it's got that, we use this. Oh, it's got that, we use this. But a lot of people don't know, and they get worried. So I'm glad that our little bit of knowledge we have can help people and help save fish.
I'm down to J's already.
You're what?
It's a lot of contacts in here.
What take are the Sun Cats going in from JF? They're going into the 750. Where we had the other Sun Cats, but the other Sun Cats started ganging up on a couple of fish, and we had to get rid of them. So we're going to try it again with these two smaller Sun Cats, and because we love the look of them, they're beautiful. They got that sun belly, you know, the whole underside is, you know, yellowish, the green on the side, the black dot. They're awesome looking fish, but the last two just went hog wild on some of our other fish.
Yeah, well, the thing is with them, they're scavengers and whatnot. So when they get the chance, they, you know, kind of just take it. You can't really blame them. I'm about done looking here, I'll tell you that much.
What food is good for red belly piranha? Well, I hate to say it, live is always best, but you know, it's their natural food source and all that, and they're used to. We don't feed live. So when the piranhas were here, we would give them, you know, shrimp, tilapia, and let them bust it up, cut it up between themselves. And they'd fight over it and just tear it apart. But, you know, with shrimp and tilapia, you're getting just the meat. You're not getting, you know, the feelers, the tails, the fins, you know, all the guts inside. That's all different nutrients that, you know, the fish they normally eat. So we're not giving them that. So, you know, it's not as good as live, but we don't feed live here, not anything, except for worms. Josh is a masochist. He feeds worms.
Well, you know, the reason I do that is because, for one, you don't get the parasites from feeding live fish, and
that's the biggest problem with live fish.
And the fish that won't be broken off of live food, aka the tiger fish, they won't go after, you know, frozen or cut fish, but if they see a worm wiggle in there, they'll go right after it. It's weird, but that's just how these things operate. So it's the the lesser of two evils. You buy a $2 tub of worms, and it lasts you what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, you never get no parasites on worms.
Right.
Now, the biggest thing is you guys go into any pet store and you see a big vat. Here's their goldfish for sale for 10 cents a piece. It used to be like, 8 cents and 6 cents, but now it's 10 cents a piece, and now they're going up to 12 cents a piece. But you go in there and you look through them, and there's like 2,000 of them in a 300-gallon or maybe even 150-gallon tub. And, you look at across them, all the fins are busted up. They've got ick on them. I mean, and you're buying these and you're putting them into your water and letting your fish eat them. Well, the diseases that these fish have will give them to your fish. And, even if they don't, they're going to release the ick spores in the water, and then your fish are going to get ick and stuff like that, or velvet, or some oddball crazy disease you would never get because it's in their water. We stopped feeding live many, 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 many years ago because of this. I'd like to say it was because we fish are friends and we've never, but we were in the hobby and we were feeding live back then. But no, it's better to not feed any live at all and just give them the protein they need. So
we got a comment from Rice. He says, when you guys did the gender reveal and the water turned purple, I thought you guys were going to say you're having a gender fluid baby. Well, here's something you all don't know. We had went home, and Brittany went to go put away the dye. That the cap looked pink, but we come to find out it was the purple food coloring.
Was it? See, now, I knew it was a boy. I was waiting for blue to come out, and it came out purple. I'm like, it confused me for a second. And then I realized I just lost that $100 bet that, Brittany's mom made for me. And I'm like, oh my God, I just lost $100. And then I'm thinking, my son knew this ahead of time. Why didn't he stop me from making this bet? Because I was dead certain it was a boy. I saw the little clothes at Josh's house. They were camo. He's not going to buy that for a girl. And I'm doing all this, and he would not let me just walk in and bet $100 for nothing. I wanted to bet $1, but Brittany's mom was like, I'll bet you $100. I'm like, okay. So now, I'm doing everything I can to scrape up the extra $100 to not come out of any money that I had set aside for any different thing. I just paid all taxes and all that stuff, so I'm rough there. So, I made like $60 on doing, helping people out. Someone gave me a 20 for this, and we pulled people out of the ditch the other day, and I got a $20 bill for that. I'm like, you ain't got to give this, and he gave me the $20 anyway. So I put that aside to pay Brittany's mom, so it's not coming out of any of our personal money. It's extra money that I made up. So I'm up to 80. As soon as I make another 20, which I think Josh should put in, I'll go ahead and show up at Brittany's house and pay her mom the $100 because I always pay debts. I don't owe nobody nothing. I owe no bank. I owe no nothing. My car is paid off. My houses are paid off. I don't owe nothing. I don't like owing people,
Jim Sheasley, $10. He said, thanks again for the fish and showing my sister around.
Jim Sheasley showed up here with his sister. I swear I thought it was his niece or something.
Yeah.
She's as tiny as your mom. And when you get a tiny girl, you think she's younger. Here's Jim's like 50 and that's his sister. I thought she was like 20 something, and that tripped me out. I mean, I was like, whoa, no way is that your sister, And she's talking to me and she has like a 23-year-old daughter or something. And I'm like, wow, I would have never guessed. His sister actually is one of the people that have tripped me out lately. I never would have thought that. Wow, that was crazy.
Faith Sykes, $20, says, hey guys, just came on. Did you say how Tracy is?
Yes, we did. We're done with the Tracy update. It's always at the beginning, Faith. And we start at 6 o'clock every Friday. So if you didn't catch it, it's okay. Wait till this is over with at 8 o'clock.
You can even rewind it now if you want.
I don't think so. It don't go live until after the video. Right now it's live. That's it. After the video, then it'll repost and put up the whole thing. So, but yeah, you can go back and watch it afterwards. It was a pretty good update. You know, we had a few little problems here and there, but she's home and she's being taken care of, and she's doing good.
I don't know, Rich. You think I should reveal to him?
What?
Rich and them want me to dress up as the crab and paint myself orange. And
While we're doing the mermaid stuff.
Yeah, you're able to rewind it now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, you can rewind it right now and be able to see it.
JF, good question. What will OFR do with inflation and food prices? We're already seeing it. Our food bill on the fish has already went up by 20%. So, I mean, we just have to eat that and keep on doing
There's
what
nothing
we're doing.
you can do. Keep doing what we're doing.
Gas
The more
right now,
people, you're right. The more people we have joining our YouTube page, I take that money and I put it into the rescue and pay for the rescue. I was paying for the rescue out of my pocket the whole time, you know. Now that we're making about $3,000, 2.7, grand a month on the YouTube, the rescue is about $3,200 a month without any medications. So right now it's almost paying for itself with the OFR money, or the YouTube money. I'm sorry. So if we can get more people, we've got 140,000 now. Say we get up to 200,000 or 300,000, it'll then be covering the cost of the rescue, and it'll be none out of my pocket. And then I can just donating all my time to the rescue that I've got spare from Tracy. Like when the nurses are here, I'm out there. We worked all day today.
Worked all day today.
Yeah. Oh, and someone else was asking about, are you retired and blah, blah, blah. No, Hoover came up from Tennessee or
Tennessee, yeah.
Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, and he was living down there. He came up here knowing he had a place to stay here, of course, and he'd help out here and just take a vacation away from down there. He's not retired, but, he has worked down there when he needs it. But he came up here. He hasn't seen me for, how many years?
Almost going on 4 years.
Yeah. So Hoover was always around at our last house. We always, we paid him for light jobs basically, but he was always around helping us. And he's a good guy. So I told him, sure, you can stay here, live rent free, help me out for a month or two, and and you're tired, go on back home, go on get. So he's not retired, because when he goes back to work, he's going back to 100 hours a week working and nonstop.
Yeah.
He was doing nothing but working down there and building up his money. Well, he's still got money in the bank, so that's his thing. And he's able to take a vacation, come up here, and he's actually working now, but it's more like hanging out with your buddy, helping him get stuff done, than it is working. No one's paying you, but we're having fun doing it.
Might as well get it done. I'm saying got to be done anyway. I'm saying.
There we go. JP Merlo, $10. So
Hey, what's up, JP?
What's up, guys? Just driving around out in the country down here in Kentucky on this gorgeous day. Have a great day. I think you spelled West Virginia wrong.
Yeah, that's. Oh, can I say it? That's JP Merlo, a deacon in West Virginia. He runs the West Virginia Fishing Rescue. How many months did I have that wrong? Quite a few. I never got it right. I always thought he was from West Virginia. He's from Kentucky. The Kentucky Fish and Tank Rescue. JP Merlo. He is a deacon down there. He helps out lots of people, and he runs a big show once a year called the Mammoth Cave Aquarium Expo. We were the only YouTubers that showed up last year. It was his first year. Now this year we got more people coming, and of course we're going back and we're going to be featured there, and we get treated like royalty when we're there, because I'm telling you, these people down there love us. So we're definitely going back this year. And do you remember the dates?
May 6th and May 7th, because JP Merlo has donated $100.
Oh my
Here you
goodness.
go, Big Rich. Pay off your debt and put the rest for gas money and White Castles to the Mammoth Cave Aquarium Expo. See
I'm
you
already
May
ahead
6th
of it.
and
He
May
comes in
7th.
with this.
Josh, you're more than welcome too if you're not doing daddy stuff. God bless, guys.
Well, it'll definitely be me and Reaper. We don't know if it'll be Josh yet, depending on, it's only a weekend thing, so he can get away. We'll see what's going on then. And it's May 6th and 7th. Remember that, guys, in Kentucky. It is a big, big show. We had so much fun there. I'm telling you, there was a big reptile show. There was a big aquarium show. He had me as the judge for like 10 tanks. These people worked their butt off. JP Merlo supplied all the supplies. The winner of the build would get to take their tank home. And I don't know if JP got mad at me or not, but I'm like, JP, I can't decide. They're all beautiful. They're all a bunch of kids. You know, I'm like, every kid has worked their butt off. Look, these are all beautiful. I'd say let's let them all take their tanks home. I looked over at JP. He took his card, he threw it. He's like, everyone gets a tank.
So, I don't think he was mad at you, but he definitely ain't having you judge the contest this year.
Oh, I'm judging. JP's a hell of a guy. He's so nice. You know, he took care of us. He treated us like royalty. And, we had a Nerf gun down there, and we actually attacked JP. He's such a good sport. We had so much fun. His son was just having a blast, seeing his daddy getting shot with the thing, and he wanted the Nerf gun. I give him the Nerf gun, he starts chasing me. We had a blast. It was a great time, and the things are all the reptile people were selling their snakes and lizards so cheap. I was like, amazing. This is like a $400 lizard. And you know, the guy had it up for like $80. And the day we were leaving, he's like, $10, take whatever you want, you know, any lizard you want. We were like, oh my God, you know, they were amazing. It was amazing down. I will never miss that show again. JP has got me for life. And thank you for that $99, JP. You're the man.
All right. There is another super chat from Flood City Fish Keeper, $10. Said, Red Tail Cat TSN swim bladder, help please. Fed tilapia at 1:30 a.m., found it floating upside down and spinning at 7 a.m., moved him to a shallow tank, added a 1/4 teaspoon of Epsom salt per 10 gallons. Anything I can do to help?
Ooh.
Hang on, I'm checking.
Usually it's 1 teaspoon per 5 gallons.
So I only do Epsom salts as a bath, just to get them to expel.
Well, no, there's a different dose for a bath.
Yeah, I do 1 tablespoon per gallon for a bath for 15 to 30 minutes.
Now, the reason being is it's a diuretic. It will make that fish poop, okay? But if he turns over on his side, you got to get him out of there. It's a bath. It's only meant for short term. So take him and put him in the bath for as long as he can take. Put him back in his water. Let him get normal. Put him back in the bath. You know, keep doing this. And then as far as what's the regular dosage?
1 tablespoon. I don't do the regular dosage in the tank. I've only ever done the baths.
Okay.
You can do it in the tank, but there's far more complications with it than it's worth.
But, you know, hopefully we can get him to pass, because he swallowed air, obviously, or the fish that he ate had bacteria on it and it's building up air inside of him and it's making it hard for him to swim. We need him to pass this stuff. Okay, so the diuretic Epsom salt will work, you know, push it through his system.
The only other thing you can do is up the heat. The higher to temperature, the faster their metabolism
Yes.
works. The
Up the
faster
heat to 85, he'll be fine. And you'll be good there. Worst case scenario, you can take a needle and take it out, but I would not suggest that because you are not a fish biologist. You don't know where the easiest access to the swim bladder is. You may, you know, go through a rib or you know, a mucus point or the digestive tract, and you don't want to cut any of that open, you know, as you pass through. So, you know, you'd have to do your anatomy. We've done it, and it has worked for us. We take the air right out, and the fish is swimming fine. But you need to know the right way to go in, at what angle, from the belly, on the side, whatever, where the fish's swim bladder is. You don't want to put a bunch of holes through, you know, its intestines and stuff like that and have bile leaking out. When we first started, we did it to a bass, and he actually bled to death because we used too big of a needle and we went through something. It was bad. You know, this was 17 years ago, but we learned from our mistakes. Please don't make the mistakes. Don't jump to that. Do your Epsom salt and the diuretic and the baths, and make him pass it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he's got to fart.
All right, we got Tanya Dugstad for $5. She said, "Glad Tracy's doing good, and get well wishes for Dawn. Thanks, Josh, for the advice last week. The koi is doing great." Well, I'm glad to hear that.
See, when people answer things, I answer a lot of questions on there, and it just says Ohio Fish Rescue. You know, people are like, "Hey, Josh, you know this and that," and I just answer it. Did you answer the question?
This was on the live stream last week.
Oh, okay, okay.
We got Sean H. says, "What was up with Hoover lifting his shirt on your last video?"
I don't know. I'm even telling him, Hoover, now I gotta edit this. I can't edit that. I was in the middle of talking. You can't show your belly on there.
What it
He's
was,
like,
I was sweating, so I was using the tip of my shirt to wipe my forehead off. But I'm saying,
now he thinks he can pick up more women by showing his belly, and he goes, "Watch, Rich, I'll get some women from that." He's funny. That's one thing. When Hoover's around, you're always laughing, for sure. Okay, Chris Trapp says hyperinflation only going up. I recommend stock up on food necessities. See, Chris, now check this out. When I was a young kid and I had a go-kart, I'd ride the streets, the sidewalk, all the way up to the gas station. Gas was 50 cents a gallon. And this was back in the day. You shut your mouth. This was when you push the pump up, it would release a little bit of gas. I would go to all 8 pumps and get a little shot of gas from every pump where it'd release. And I'd fill my little, quarter-gallon gas tank halfway for free, Or I'd give me a quarter and I got me a half a gallon. And, I rode that go-kart forever. Because we lived in Sheldon Lake Apartments in Berea. And the thing was, the streets were like wide and the sidewalks didn't come to a point. They curved around every turn, so I could fly this go-kart around the block and stuff, and hug the sidewalk. Oh my God, I had so much fun. And we used to pull people on skateboards and stuff. We had a blast. But the point of that was, I've been waiting for gas to go back to 50 cents a gallon forever. Milk to go back down, bread to go back down.
It's never going to go down. It's going to go up and
ever
up and
gone down. One time gas went down. You guys remember that when Trump was around. But it went down and it was great. But it went right back up, So, inflation is a constant thing. Bread's 10 cents a loaf back then. Now it's, $1.99 a loaf. And then you're going to be telling your kids how cheap bread was. When I was your age, I was buying it for $1.99 a loaf. Now it's $3.99 a loaf. It's the value of a dollar goes down, so the prices go up. That's why they keep saying raise the price of minimum wage. No, don't do that. Because you raise the price of minimum wage from $10 to $20. Now the price of bread goes from $1 bread, to a loaf to like $3 a loaf. You're not getting nowhere. You just think you are because now you're getting paid $20 an hour, but your dollar don't go as far as it was. You used to make $10 an hour and you bought your food at 50 cents or $1 per item, and now you're buying it $2 and $3 per item. So you're not making no more. These people don't understand this.
You know what? They actually got me heated about that because I went to go get potato chips at the Dollar Tree, right?
Oh, don't mess with potato chips. Man. Never mess with his potato chips.
They're $1.25 a bag instead of $1, man.
Do you remember when potato chips were 25 cents a bag?
Yeah. I remember when they was 20 cents a bag.
And you've never found them like that since?
You can't never find them, never again.
How about $5 for $1 for the little bags?
No, you can't even find them like that no more. You know the ones that the party mixes used to cost?
Basically,
the party mixes used to cost 99 cents. They're $1.99 now.
So basically, people should look at people like you and me, fat men, like we're rich.
Well, we're not. We're rich in spirit, but we're not rich as far as,
to afford that much
money,
food, son, you gotta have some money.
Well, I just like good eating. I'm saying, you gotta eat good. If you're gonna do a hard day's work, you might as well eat good and drink good. That's what I say.
I do feed you good here. Just this morning, you had a maple sausage McMuffin
I got up,
with
man.
eggs
Listen
and
to this.
cheese.
I had to get up this morning. I had to make it myself. Your dad
No,
was in there laying in the bed.
no,
He
you
said,
got to understand.
I got your
was up-
sausage
stop
made.
it.
over there."
I had the sausage made, but I didn't know when he was waking up. You know what I'm saying? So I left the sausage on the counter, and I had his 2 eggs sitting there and 2 pieces of cheese. So he finally wakes up, and I'm like, "Oh, I just went back to bed, Hoover. Go make it yourself." So he had to put his eggs on, and then he put his melted cheese on, and then put it on the sausage, and then onto his hamburger bun. But it's a good sandwich, wasn't
It
it?
was a good sandwich.
Yeah. No.
Oh, we got OBG Foster $5. Says $5 to buy Hoover a bandana, so we don't have to see that again.
There you go. That
Willing to
sounds
throw
like a
money
winner.
not to see it. Lars Bremen says, when does Kevin get his raise back? They just called us and said it'll be a month or 2, and then they will be getting their raise back. So our what do you call that? On our system, our
BioLoad?
BioLoad will go way down. All of our tanks will go to pristine for about a month. Pristine, like there's no water in the tanks because they've got way more bacteria than we need, and they will go polished, beautiful for a month. Hyperinflation's only going up.
Yeah, there's a gas station in Parma right now. The gas is $4.44 a gallon for 80 cents. Says Evan that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the ice maker.
No, that's Mara. Hi, Mara.
Are you guys listening to me?
We can
Why
hear
are
you
guys
back there.
listening to me?
Didn't even see her walk by.
I so that you guys would talk.
No, I seen you when you walked past.
Oh my God. Harry Banana says Big Rich has saved huge on socks. He hasn't worn them since 1987.
Hey, Mara, did you wash those socks?
They're in the dryer.
All right.
Motor Ed says, is somebody coming back? What happened to her? We don't speak her name. She was mean. She was horrible to our people. I asked her to be nice. She actually told me to my face, leave me be to do my job. And I'm like, no, I want you to be nicer to people. Don't delete them. Teach them. Tell them what they're doing wrong. Don't delete people. I had to, and she went off on me. I had to get rid of her, and then everyone started showing up. Oh my God, I wasn't part of OFR because she was there, and this and that. She treated me like this, and she did this to me. So we don't talk about her. She's in the past, and we've got really nice mods now. All the mods we got are doing a great job, and they'll talk to you. They're not being a Adolf Hitler. They will talk to you and let you know, well, you can't do that because of this reason. We cannot let that through. Please don't do that. And then we won't never have to take down your post or whatever. And they'll teach. Teach people. Don't delete people. And all of my mods that I've gotten now have listened and learned and from what I want. I want a nice community that'll help people out, help each other out, and oh. Hang on one second. Okay. I'm gonna have to go take care of Tracy.
Yep. Let me get back to the comments here. I don't know what kind of tangent he was on there. But yeah, so back here, people are talking about, over in California, gas is, $5.60 a gallon. Well, here in Ohio, I don't think I remember it. We went over $3 once, but majority it's been between $2 and $3. Now it's closer to $4. So, you guys, in like Miami and California and New York, you guys are a special bracket over there. You guys kind of get, shafted just a little bit. But I'm going to try and pull this back in, and we're going to get some fishy questions here. So,
Hey, Josh, can you hit the number 2 on for the white button?
yeah. There you go. There you go. So we got Lasky and Sons Woodworking, $5. Says, are you guys still doing tours through your amazing fish gallery? Tours are very far and few between right now because we're all so busy. I'm not saying they don't happen. So, I mean, on Tuesday, I'm, taking a tour with our buddy coming over from Asia. And he's coming in. He was in the United States and wanted to stop by. So we had no problem with that. Made some time for that. My dad does tours every now and again. But a majority of the time it's, people coming to drop off fish or coming to pick up fish. They get a tour while they're here.
Well, see, them are unscheduled tours. Anybody, dropping off fish, of course they're going to look at the place. Anybody picking up fish, they're going to look at the place. And then we've got people wanting tours. So, when I do a tour, I can't actually do work, So, I mean, it's just crazy. It's, people didn't understand that there's 140,000 people wanting tours, and we're not an open to the public, area. I can do a tour or two a day, and people got mad at me because I wasn't giving them the tours that they wanted. And I'm like, look, people, and they started, calling me names, and I was ready to just close down all tours. I don't need this in my life. I've got much more things to worry about, and but everybody that comes here is so nice and so just great people, so I don't want to close down tours, but we have slowed down a lot. If you need a tour or something like that, you get a hold of me at Bigrich at Ohio Fish Rescue, and if I don't get back to you, make me another message to me. I've got so many messages on Messenger, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on the Ohio Fish Rescue page, on the Ohio Fish Rescue forum, on Messenger. It's ridiculous how many messages I have to go through a day. And then if I stop answering some and 30 or 40 go by, your message gets buried and I don't see it again. So if I don't answer you, don't get mad. Send another message. If I don't answer you, send another message. Eventually I'll get to you, you know what I'm saying? It's just, we're not a big business. I don't have a personal secretary. I don't have a email guy. I don't have a internet person. I have nothing. It's just me working all day. And then Hoover helps me out a little bit. He's not computer savvy. He just figured out Facebook.
Yeah. I was going to throw the phone up against the wall. I called it a dumb phone. It ain't smart.
And then, we've got Josh who's moved away, and he's got his own life and his family, and he's starting all that and all his projects. And, I actually need a personal assistant, but I don't make the money to cover that, to pay somebody. I don't. So we need that in our lives. We need to be more structured because we've grown to, we grew up and built up like this. And now I'm one person trying to handle it all, and Josh helps and Hoover helps and all this. But to get to the next level, we need a couple people to help us, and then we can get to the next level. And then the next level after that is government grants, public aquariums, huge building downtown, whatever, and move all of our fish there, and we become a public aquarium that makes money from people coming in all day long and tours and all that stuff. And we get, funded by big companies that take their tax write-offs and that kind of stuff. We need to move in that direction. That's all there is to it. That's the next biological step, basically, because we can't do no more than what we're doing now. And if you would understand, I'm doing the job of like 6 people a day. I am the personal assistant. I am the person that handles all the web stuff. I am the person that does the editing and the promoting or producing of the videos. He does his videos. I am the person that takes care and feeding the fish. I've got 6, 8 different jobs on top of taking care of Tracy. So it's super hard to maintain at this level without any help. Now, Hoover's been a godsend since he's been here. Of course, he don't pay no rent. He's got his own castle downstairs. I let him be, and I feed him daily.
I live in the band room.
He's living out your lifetime goal. He gets like chocolate chip pancakes or blueberry pancakes or sausage egg McMuffin for breakfast. You know, we cooking up chicken and stuff for dinner. You know, he's eating good. Okay, but you know, that's too much from one person, and I've been doing this for years straight now. You know, Greg Woodstock was like, I don't understand how you can do this. You need to have a personal assistant. You need to have a IT guy. You need to have a video guy that's going to edit your videos and do all that. You need to have an internet guy. You need to have, you know, I'm like, Greg, I don't make 30 million a year like you do. You can hire these people. I can't. I'm just getting to the point where I'm not paying for the rescue. You know, I'm making 2.7 thousand a month now on the YouTube videos, and the cost of the rescue is 3,200 a month. So I'm barely paying anything to run the rescue, which before I was paying the $3,000 a month out of my pocket for my rentals. So now I'm able to save a little bit of money. I'm able to help things. I'm able to buy things of my own, you know. If I don't have enough money to hire people, if you hire somebody at $400 a week, that's $800. That's $1,600 a month.
$1,600 a month that you don't have. I'm saying.
And if you can find somebody to work for $400 a week,
Yeah.
you know,
It's hard. It's tough. It's rough out here.
So, and then you need to find somebody that is willing to be there for you, bend over backwards for you, you know, be on your side. You know, I want to make this better. I want to do this like this. You hired me to do this, but I think I can do it better. I'm on the internet. I'm going to use TikTok. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use that. And we're going to, you know, help bring people in and make you more money and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's great. That's the kind of people we need, but you're not going to find that, you know, hiring somebody at $400 a week. I don't have the money now. Once the rescue starts paying for itself, I can hire somebody as I would say a helper, basically. But I need certain people. Like I need to go and have the AV people at Polaris say, okay, we're willing to work and edit all your videos and upload them and you know, promote them and produce them and all that stuff and get it done. So you don't have to do that anymore. I mean, that's going to be about another 4 hours of my life after the show getting tomorrow's video ready. You know,
Yeah.
I just transferred it to my computer from my camera.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've got a lot of work to do tonight.
We got Paws and Fins, $5. Says buy some snacks for Diesel. How do you think you will take to the baby, Josh? I've been working with Diesel a good amount, and so was Brittany, and I think he'll be just fine. He's more of like a cuddler. The only thing I'd be worried about is, you know, the baby's there sleeping. I got to make sure there's no way Diesel can jump up and get to her because he'll try and cuddle up.
He's
to
a
her.
little hyper person.
Well, I was going to say, what if you wake up one morning and he's cuddled up with the baby?
Well, that's okay. But the problem is, like, say he wants to go from the floor up to the baby, he'll jump up and he may claw the baby trying to get up there to get to the baby to lay down with the baby. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff you got to watch. He don't mean no harm, but he's causing harm because he's so hyper.
Yeah.
the baby, I got to get to it. You know, that's Diesel. We love him to death. He is not a mean bone in his body.
I know he
but he is so hyper. He scratches up my leg, jumping on me all the time.
He actually, when I first picked him up, he actually yiped. And I was like, Diesel, what are you yiping for? I'm not trying to hurt you.
You know why? Because he was spazzing out and turning in so many different directions. Yeah. He probably hurt his spine or his rib or something. Yeah. He's a pretty cool dog. That dog spazzes quickly. You know what I'm saying?
We got Aaron Kazali, $10. Says this is for Hoover's OnlyFans account. Those belly shots from him on the public aquarium donate video had me in tears. Love the show, guys. Hashtag Team Tracy.
I love that.
See, I told him everybody's going to like the belly shot.
JF said, would you ever sell the contents and house at OFR so you can move on and rebuild everything bigger? I would sell the house. I would move. I would do this. If somebody wanted to move in and take over where we're at, or even take over without the fish, I would move everything out of the fish room, and you'd have a huge shop back there, you know, in the backyard. So yeah, it's a matter of the house is what, 500,000. You know, the tanks. Whew, how do you put a price on a 4,400 gallon tank? You have to call the store and find out what it's cost new. you know, and then take off like 25%, you know, 30%, something like that. And maybe even 50%, you know, depending on how fast you want to move. So if it's 44,000 new and you sell it for 20,000, you know, then you go on to the next tank. It's hard, you know, you can't. Do you want to move all these tanks? You know, that's the problem, you know. So you never go to that route because you don't want to think about all the steps involved in doing such.
Well, I know one thing. If you was to move all the tanks, that'd be a really big job. That'd probably last, what, man, probably about 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. Move everything. Man, that'd be crazy.
Harry Banana says Camantha has been trying for months for sponsors. You know what? I don't understand that, because I see other channels that only have like, you know, 1,200 followers, maybe 1,500, maybe 2,000, and they have a sponsor. We've got 140,000 followers, and all we want is sponsors for food. In other words, give us your food for free. We'll put a bag above every single tank. So no matter what video we're making, you'll see your bag of food on our tanks. That's instant advertising. How does OFR get their fish so big? Why are they so overgrown? Why are they so big? And they see, you know, Hikari Massivore on top of the tank. Wouldn't you want to go buy that to get your fish like that? Well, yeah. But it's never worked out for us. I talked to the Hikari people, and the guy said, well, look, we do sell a biscuit in a 55-gallon drum. We can give you a 5% break on it. Ha! Do you know how expensive Hikari is to begin with? It's $22 for a 2.2-pound bag. Can you imagine a 55-gallon drum full of it? And then you're getting a 5% discount? I don't think so. You know, we're buying shrimp and tilapia, which is more than most people eat nowadays. There people are like, your fish eat better than we do. But that's the cheapest food we can find him. And that's, you know, $4.99 a pound. Not $22 for 2.2 pounds. That's $10. That's $11 a pound, you know? So yeah, we need them to step up and do a little better. We need a big company that wants their name involved with us and to donate their food to us. You know, I'm getting ready. I'm talking to Chris Biggs, and, you know, I've got a few other contacts. We're getting ready to make our own food. Ohio Fish Rescue, you know, monster fish food. It'll be a sinking pellet about that size, you know, big, you know, maybe 3 fingers wide. Can you see that? 3 fingers can fit in that hole. We're talking the size of a 50-cent piece, and, you know, maybe a half-inch tall, an inch tall, for your bigger fish to just swallow it. The problem we have is to get any big pellets down low enough for the big catfish to suck it up, it disintegrates along the way, and it leaves all this food trail, and it turns your water brown, and it gets soft. We need biscuits, 2-inch biscuits, 1.5-inch biscuit that will sink to the bottom, and the catfish can come by and fill their bellies and swim off. You know, that's the food we want. And, you know, I would like to have garlic in it. I would like to have, you know, like 40% protein. I mean, I've got a list of things that I want in there. So we're going to talk to a fish food company, and they're going to give us a price for extruding this size pellet with our ingredients that we want. And then everyone's like, hey, if you see the fish at you know, Ohio Fish Rescue, you can buy it. And definitely be cheaper than all these people out here are robbing you. And I hate to say it, but they're robbing you. Who would pay $22? I'm sure some of you have, but do you want to do that on, you know, you got to buy 10 bags of it. $22 for 2.2 pounds of Massivore pellets. You know, Hikari, we love you, but it's just way too much. You know, I've seen what we can make this for. I can undersell you, and I don't want to. If you would want to sponsor us, we'll have nothing but Hikari pellets here. But since you're not sponsoring us, and we've asked many times, we're going to go ahead and make our own food. And I'm sorry if we undercut you. People have the right to get cheaper food. I don't need to make as much as you're making off of each bag. You know what I'm saying? As long as I get my food for free, I'm happy. That's all I want.
We got Country Air $5 says, Hoover, what's your favorite hilarious story at OFR?
Oh no.
When I seen Bigrich with the hose out this morning, and he was sucking on the end of it to get the water, that was funny.
Why? I didn't get none of
Because
my
you
mouth.
got wet.
I didn't get none in my mouth.
Yeah, you got wet. Yeah,
No.
you did. Yeah,
You
got
lying,
wet.
son.
You got wet, Rich. I seen you at the door. I just didn't say nothing.
No, he's lying. It was a 50-foot garden hose full of regular water, not fish water. And we put it in a tank over there that needed to be water changed, but it was too far away from the door for any of our tanks. So I've got about 10 foot out the door. It's 40 foot away. What I did was I blew through it to push the water that's in the hose up and take the air out. And then I sucked a little bit and I put it to the ground. Now it pulled the water out of the tank and it's running down through here and it started running. It's cold outside and that's it. I did not get wet. I don't know what he's talking about. He's trying to make me look bad, but I've been siphoning water for years. I know how it's done. You know what I'm saying? I will take this side of the hose and walk it up over my shoulder and walk towards that side. And when it stops blowing air, I just put this side down and it'll start running. I mean, it's just simple gravity. It's very simple. Take the air out and then it'll start running down and out if you put this side of the hose down. So, you know, you're trying to be funny.
You got wet. You got wet.
Did not get wet. I got wet from standing outside. It was
You
cold.
was wet.
No.
When I looked out there, you was wet, Rich.
No. Oh, that was from carrying the hose. I picked up the hose and it's dribbling water
I
on
knew
me.
you was wet. That's why I said
Okay,
that.
okay. That was just carrying the hose. That's not me sucking on a hose.
I thought that was
Wow.
what you did. That's why I was laughing.
Samantha Norland says, "Oh, I remember you sucking on a hose in the fish rescue. You got a mouthful of water."
No,
You did. Oh, you did? Oh, my God. Everyone said something about it. Everyone was like, well, why didn't Reaper teach Hoover? Reaper was too busy laughing.
Oh, Reaper's laughing at me now.
Oh, he was laughing at you. When you sucked on that hose and you got
I
fish
got
water in your
I
mouth?
got Reaper the next round.
Harry Banana says, "OFR, see when you said a few weeks ago about putting garlic in the fish food to keep them healthy. Can you use garlic powder or fresh only?"
Either way.
You do garlic extract.
Yes. The thing is, fish, they smell the garlic, they want to eat the food. So we're going to put garlic extract into our food.
It's also a natural antibacterial.
Right.
So, got Amanda Lynn, $2, says, "Do you have any fish that require a permit to own?"
The only one we have would be the Australian lungfish, and we have that permit. He is microchipped.
That's not a permit, though. That's just a paper stating that you got them from a legal source.
Right.
But the actual permit, none right now.
We have permits for like natural fish. The who was it called? Josh, who'd I call? The lady gave me a sergeant's paper. Gave me a 1 year. Who?
I forget her name.
They gave me a 1 year blanket permit to cover any of the species from around us. What's it called? Native species. So if I get in like a bass that needs, an operation or his lips busted, I can try and fix it and help it, and then I can re-release it. We have up to a year we can have any of these native species here, including turtles. But the problem is I need the federal permit for having all the CITES 1 fish, CITES 2 fish, stuff like that I'm allowed to keep them here, like a zoo type thing. They don't have to worry about the Department of Agriculture coming down on them and saying, "You're not allowed to have this fish."
Reaper just told on himself. It was funny, Hoover.
What's that?
I see that right there. Right up there, Reaper. It was funny, Hoover. I got you, Reaper.
How did he tell on himself?
He told on himself.
How's that?
Huh? How's that?
You were the one that sucked the fish water out of the hose.
He was supposed to actually say
Teach you
something.
and
he
tell
did.
you.
He didn't.
No, he was too busy
But you want to know
laughing.
what though? You're the only one that said something to me about that. He never said nothing about that. The whole
he just
time.
laughed.
I got him though. I got Reaper now.
Oh, you gonna
Cheers to Reaper.
you gonna wrestle him down now? You gonna attack them now? Take them to the ground?
Now I'm gonna get a good video of them, and I'm gonna let you get it in your next video.
I even asked him, "Why didn't you teach him?" He goes, "I was too busy laughing, Rich."
JP Merlot, $2. He said, "How much for a 5-pound sack of OFR's Bad Boy biscuits?"
Bad Boy Biscuits. That's a good name.
Not sure yet.
Monster biscuits, something like that. It'll be a lot cheaper than anything you can buy out there because I'm not looking to make a fortune. I want my food covered for free to pay for my fish. So anything that, if we get it for, let's say, $10 a pound, I'll sell it for $5 a pound because it'll cover the cost of it. You know what I'm saying?
That would be a good name. Monster Bad Boy Biscuits. That's an idea there.
Anyways, our food will be cheaper than anybody else's because I'm not looking to make a fortune. I'm just looking to get my food for free. So if it costs me $10 on every, 4 pounds, then you're getting it for, let's say $10 on 4 pounds. So it'd be 20 on 2 pounds is our cost. No, that wouldn't be a cost. That's way too high. Let's say it's $10 on 2 pounds. But we would charge, like, say, $12 on 2 pounds. We make a couple of dollars, and then you get these Monstervore pellets that are basically same as Hikari Massivore, but they charge, $22 for 2.2 pounds. And you're getting 2 pounds for $10, half the price. We're still making a couple of bucks, but that helps us pay for our food to the rescue, I'm not looking to be a fortune. I'm not looking to make a fortune. I'm not looking to make my regime off of the cost of you poor people. You know what I'm saying? If I can make a couple of bucks and pay for my food, I'm happy. And that's all I want. And if Hikari don't like it, you should have, funded me. You should have, what do they call that? They should have stood behind us and gave us the product.
Sponsored?
You should have sponsored us. You still can. I haven't made this food yet. I'm not going to try and undersell you. If you want to sponsor us, sponsor us. Feed our fish. We're happy with that. People like Paul Cafaro and Zach Ketchum get all these things. Paul just got a couple of brand spanking new, what are they called? Galaxy S22 phones, and they're $1,200 a piece. He got like 3 or 4 of them to give out. So that means he got a couple for himself to keep, And, this is what companies do. Sponsor us, let us get our food for free, and we'll never go into the food making business and undersell you. It's that simple. You guys should have seen the potential of Ohio Fish Rescue and what we're doing and wanted to give us the food. I shouldn't have to chase you. You should have been chasing me. Period. We wouldn't try and out undersell you. We're doing this now because you guys said no to me. You guys gave me a ridiculous price. You're still there. You can still, sponsor the rescue, and we'll quit on our endeavor.
They never will.
That's then they're not that smart. I tell you what, if I was making that kind of money off of fish food, I'm grinding up mealy stuff and hot dogs and leftover chicken nuggets and all this dumb stuff, and they're making it all this profit off of, I would be like, here, take it. You can have it free. Show our name, I don't understand how they're not wanting to do it. We're going to make a better quality food and at a cheaper price. And I'm sorry, Hikari. I tried you for years.
People are asking if you'd make smaller pellets too.
Of course. That'll be in on the whole. If we're going to have to do a selling thing, of course we're going to have more than just the monster fish. You got monster fish, you got big fish, you got medium fish, you got little fish, you got, micro fish. Of course, yes. But it'll all be based on what I think they need, as based on all the food that we bought up until now and what works the best, So we're going to have more protein than normal fish food. We're going to have a lot of garlic in there to make it taste good. because if without the garlic, it don't taste good. It tastes like a mealy burger. You know, you put the garlic in there and the fish just got to have it. They love it. They want it, you know. So why not spend the extra couple cents and put garlic extract in it, you know?
The king of DIY said, and I quote, "Hikari are dicks, and that's why I don't feed it."
You got to love this guy. There's a lot of people out there that are like, hey, he's too stuck on himself. But you know what? I have met him, and I have done nothing but had a great time with him since. You got to love this guy, you know, and he's helped out the fish world so much. You know, he's taught me how to build things, and you know, I took his designs and made it even simpler, and built my own stuff. And you know, this guy has done so much for the fish world; it's incredible. And he's right though. Hikari are dicks. I'll go with Hikari or dicks. I can change this, Hikari, if you want to sponsor us. It's a little late now.
That should be the name brand, you know.
Oh, so guys, we got the king of DIY here. You got questions, now's the time. The king of DIY himself is here. You got royalty in the house.
He's over there like, oh shit, time to sign off.
Yeah. No, I get it, because you know you do so much for the fish industry, and then you're doing this whole like fish weekend thing, and at nighttime it's your time, right? You get to let me experience the new city I'm in. Let me go here. Let me go there. No, you're surrounded by fish people that want to talk fish 24/7. You know, so I get this whole thing to where I'm like, yeah, hi, how you doing? Yeah, nice to, yeah, okay. We're gonna head over here to this bar, you know, try it out, and you know, people, they don't want to leave you alone, which I'm not mad. I get it, you know. I'm like Norm at Cheers, you know. I go into any pet store in the United States, and they're like, Bigrich, you know. But I go anywhere else, and people don't know me.
What you don't know is that's actually Joey in a different costume each time.
Oh, every time it's Joey.
Following
Joey. Northfin, we have you know, reached out to them, and we got nowhere with them. We've tried a few different companies. We're going with the whole Chris Biggs thing, and we got the labeling all set up, and now we've got the company that's going to produce or protrude our, you know, 1.5-inch biscuit and do that kind of stuff. And you know, we got a price set and everything, so we're too close now to stop. I mean, if Hikari right now called me and kissed my butt and offered free food, okay, I'd stop, because we don't have to do nothing and we got food for our cats. I love the massivore pellet, you know. The carnivore is even okay, but it's just too expensive for our project. You know, you got a 5-foot, you know, fish, and you got to feed it, you know, 1.5-inch pellets. We're not talking a foot-long fish that eats, you know, 10-millimeter pellets. You know, it's a lot more down the tub when you're feeding these big fish. So, you know, I don't know. Something's got to break somewhere. Something's got to change. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Joey, you know what I got to say? I love the fact that you watch us, brother. I got you. You're there.
I thought you were gonna say something about loving his peanut butter balls or something.
Oh, stop it. Oh my goodness.
James Stewart says, my arowana has sadly eaten one of my clown roaches. He has been opening and closing his mouth fast now for 8 hours. Should I be worried? Please don't shout.
Has he passed it? Is it still stuck in his throat? Because clown roaches have them spikes that come out. You know, he might be stuck there, and he might be gasping for, you know, oxygen and water and stuff like that. You know, you got to give us more information, James. Let us know. Do you still see the what do you call it? Come on, Josh. Do you still see the fish he ate?
Okay, I wasn't listening.
What is it? What?
The clown loach.
The clown. Do you still see the clown loach? Is it still there where you can see it? If it is, you might have to reach in there with needle nose pliers and try and remove it to save your arowana. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of different things that could go wrong, and any fish, like Like plecos, they put their arms out and that's it. They are like locked. They're solid. They're strong. And if you ever, anyone that has ever picked up a pleco by putting their hands over the whole pleco and picking it up, and the arms come down and clamp on you, will know just how strong plecos are. Them fins clamp on your hands and it hurts. You scream like a little girl. Trust me, I've done it. So seriously, in this situation, let us know if he's already swallowed it, because if he's already swallowed it, he's good. The breathing is because he's got a lot of food in him and he's trying to pass more air for, trying to, what do you call that? Eat the fish, you know what I'm saying? So, but if you still see the fish, your fish could be gasping because the fish is still stuck in his throat. So let us know.
All right, King of DIY says Joey has left the chat.
But we love you, Joey. Come back.
For everyone asking about questions, again, I cannot read them all, but if you have a question, keep answering it. Eventually, I will see it and I will read it.
Now, we try and read all the super chats. That's our main thing because people pay money and they want to see it read. We try and read all of them, and then in between, we try and read things that we deem as important. Like, hey, Bigrich, they go to the next one. Hey, my fish is this. Well, we answer that one. You know what I'm saying? So if you've got a bunch of, people on here, 1,000 people, it's hard to answer every question. We try and go through, we skip through. Like the whole time I'm talking about Tracy, I don't see none of the messages. I try and go back afterwards and answer any of the questions from that. So, just know that we're trying.
Choo-choo. Sons of Veil says, do you guys still have the Armadas?
Mm-hmm.
Ella Gregory says, what's a good sinking food for Frontosa?
We'll see.
So Frontosa will eat pretty much anything. So, you don't necessarily have to pick one. You can go after color enhancers to bring out the blue if you're, going after that. But they'll honestly eat the $20 bag of food from Tractor Supply. They'll eat, floating koi pond pellets. They'll eat anything. So
now they do have at Tractor Supply a $20 bag. It's 50 pounds for $22. And you can feed them that. They eat that all the time. They've ate it here because we've had a couple extra bags and we ran out of food and we had to feed fish food. And they ate it, So, buying in bulk is where you get your cheapest food. A 50-pound bag from Tractor Supply for $22 is way better than 2.2 pounds for $25. You know what I'm saying? So they do eat it. We have fed them here. All of our Frontosa have eaten it, the catfish chow from Tractor Supply, but we have to buy sinking. The floating, they don't eat as much. They don't go after as much, The sinking pellets work better for them.
You guys have any solid plans for the Dwight Howard tank yet? The plans to get it moved.
Yes, you put out the video where you were saying, now this is a series. We're going to move the tanning bed down to the room where we're going to have Tracy's recovery room and all of her workout equipment. We're going to run the electric through the wall and over to the tanning bed. Now we don't have to have the tanning bed out here. The Dwight Howard tank can now be picked up and moved over here. After we move the hot tub back and move the Dwight Howard tank around here, we can use the facade that's outside holding up our what's that called for the food line? The buffet line. We can now bring them in and cover the bottom and have the Dwight Howard tank here. Then we can move the hot tub back. Then we can move the 1,000-gallon tank that's out front with a heater in it around back and into and at the spot that Dwight Howard tank is now. Then we can set it up on our system and get it running. The Dwight Howard tank will be on its own until I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Brett Raymer was supposed to come here with me and work on this tank with me. We were going to turn it into full fish, take out the back doors, put a piece of acrylic over it, take off the little nubs holding the little tank on the front, take off these nubs so there's no, lid, and then sand it back clear and get this thing up to where it can be a 4-foot deep, fish tank. Brett Raymond's supposed to help me with that, and we're going to do big videos on it. He hasn't made it here yet. He's doing a new restaurant opening. Do you remember the name of it?
I don't.
It's Chicago style food in Las Vegas. I forget the name of it, something eatery. I'm sorry, Brett. I'm sorry, buddy. But so that's on hold until he shows up. He's a celebrity. He's got a lot of things going on, so he's busy. So we get that, no problem. I guarantee you, Joey may have left, but he's still watching.
He's watching on somebody else.
He's watching us like a hawk. Love you, Joey.
JF's asking, why don't you guys feed hot dogs during inflation?
Okay, hot dogs, actually, we learned many years ago from a guy that had anythingfish.com over in Washington, above Oregon, and he had the biggest fish I've ever seen, and they were fed all their lives on hot dogs. They were bulky, they were big, they were thick, they were healthy. So we started feeding hot dogs, but so many people got on our butts about it for years. I wouldn't feed my own children hot dogs. You're feeding fish hot dogs, blah, 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 this and that. We stopped, we found, we don't want to say our whole story where we went and we searched and we found the best hot dogs closest to the fish food that we want to feed, the Hikari Massivore. We found hot dogs that were almost the same recipe, 44% meat, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And they loved eating it, this and that, but we had to stop feeding it because too many tree huggers were yelling at us and getting mad at us. So now we spend, $5 a pound instead of $1 a pound to feed our fish. It was so much cheaper using the hot dogs, but so many people got mad. And our fish don't grow as fast as they used to. They used to grow quick on the hot dogs. But we only used Bar S brand turkey hot dogs. And that was the best, closest to Hikari that we could find. And it didn't put oil in the water. It was great. I can't find them. That was like 5-6 years ago. I haven't even seen any for sale since. Do they even have them anymore?
Yeah, anywhere you go in the United States, you get all different types of things. Like over when I was in Hawaii, I looked around at Walmart, and they had nothing but Bar S bacon and all these different things that were Bar S in the meat section. It's hard to get food over there, but you don't see that stuff here.
I've never seen Bar S bacon.
Exactly. But it's there. They have it. So some parts of the United States might not have Bar S at all. But we do have it. It's usually in like the dollar stores around here, and sometimes at Walmart. We got a question. Is there a safe ways to grow your fish faster? I heard high heat, but I don't want to do that. Any good deals?
High heat will not only speed up their metabolism so they'll want to eat more, it's also going to cost you more to feed them more to keep them happy. So the higher the heat, the faster they grow, the more they eat. Period. I mean, that's simple. You keep your fish at 68 degrees and you feed them, so much a day, and then it takes you 10 years to get this fish the size it takes, me and Josh to get one at 2 years, So I mean, it's what you want. It's how you want, It's your personal choice. Because nobody can tell you if you buy a pet, say you buy a pet monkey and you want to put a diaper on him. Well, you have to go through the trouble every day of putting that diaper on him, changing his diaper, teaching him how to lay there and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And you're changing the diaper 4 times a day. That's on you. That's if you're willing to do the work, great. If I bought a monkey and put him in a cage and, I just feed him, he's still a monkey. I don't change his diaper. You change yours diaper. Do I think yours is cooler? Yeah, you handle yours. I don't handle mine, Not saying I would do that. I'm just saying, this is 2 different ways to look at it. So, it's the more time and effort you put into anything, whether it's building a motor, whether it's, building a pool, feeding your fish, the more time and effort you put into anything, the better the results will be, for sure.
James Stewart says he couldn't see the fish and his arrow won his throat, so that's good. Good news.
That's
Means
good news.
past its throat.
That means
so
he's not choking.
I would just, let him take his course. He was probably stressing, trying to get it past, but now that it's passed, either
If
one
it's in his belly, he's breathing hard just to get more oxygen through his gills to process the food. So we're good. As long as you don't see the fish, we're good.
Shala Harrison is asking what the great body pink fin fish in the 4400
Oh, that's
is.
Phoenix barbs.
Yep, Phoenix barbs.
They were one of the best fish known to man. I love them fish.
A lot of times you won't see them as Phoenix barbs. You'll see them sold as Dentacalis spinobarbus, and they're from Asia. All right. Bill Smith says, "I ever noticed Greg Wittstock sounds like Dan Aykroyd?"
Hey, who? What's this?
That's my drink.
Why is it so lonely?
It's not lonely. I gave me 3 fingers.
I give you one finger.
I didn't add as much water, but it's pretty good.
Consume it down.
Ow.
All right. So now that Joey's not here, let's talk about him. Because we know he's listening, right? Joey, when you coming to visit us? Seriously. Summer's coming. When are you coming here? Let's make a project together. Let's build something together. Let's do something together while you're here. Watch our videos, see what you like, and say, "Oh, don't do nothing with that tank. Let's wait till I'm there and we'll build." You let me know, brother. How would Walk Late says, how would an England fan get a tour of OFR? Well, first you buy a plane ticket. You come over here. You let us know when you're coming, and then you hang out here, and we'll give you a tour. We might even feed you. Hell, you can stay the night at our house. We'll let you stay the night. I got extra rooms. All my kids moved out. I'm over here by myself all the time now.
Had one here, but I lost it.
Oh, what was the drinking word?
Shitballs.
Shitball.
Shitballs.
Yeah,
What was the drinking
that
word?
was that guy's name.
What was the drinking word?
Shitballs.
Shitballs.
Shitballs. That's 6 for you guys. Someone said we're not saying the drinking word too much. We just said it 6 times.
Would it be feasible for you to sell the Dwight Howard tank and then take the money and get another regular tank?
If we could sell it for the right money, yes.
And we've done that. We've raffled it off, and the tank.
But some
keeps
people
coming
weren't
back.
too interested. Okay.
Tank keeps coming back.
Here's the thing. That tank originally cost over 25 grand. If we can get 10 to 15 out of it, we would definitely sell it and then build the tank we want and buy what we need for the size area that we have. Right now, because it is such a unique tank, we're going to keep it here and build it into something we can use, which costs more, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. So.
Man, the lens, I've always heard of fish will only grow the size of the tank they're in.
Yeah, that's a wife sale.
Or will they just keep growing no matter what size the tank?
They will keep growing.
But
they will get bulbousy. They will get out of shape. They will get out of
it's called stunted.
Stunted, where their backs will grow real big. Their fins will grow short and make the fish look terrible. The moment we get a stunted fish and we put it into a bigger tank, the first month they grow in length and their extremities come back out the way it's supposed to be. It's just bad for the fish. Please don't do it.
Brittany Ziblis, $10 says, Big Rich, you ain't by yourself. You've got your gray-headed stepchild, Big Hoove. Love you guys. Hashtag shitballs.
Hashtag shitballs.
You.
Wow. You know what? Since Joey's not answering us, let's talk about him some more.
He's not here.
He's
He
here.
left.
He's here.
He's here.
He's
He's on somebody else's.
He's watching.
He's on somebody
He's
else.
watching.
It's Friday night.
Yeah, he's watching.
He's watching.
He's got a longtime girlfriend. He has no plans on Friday night, but watching Bigrich and, you know, stay busy. That's right, Joey. We love you. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Disney fan says, hey, Bigrich and Josh, any new information on building a bigger wetland filter for the koi pond this summer? Yes. Greg Woodstock and Ed Ballou is supposed to come out here. They were supposed to come out here before winter hit. They're busy people. Now they said they're coming out here summertime and they're going to redo a bunch of things like the wetland filter, our edging, and then put us up a, what do you call that, zero edge?
Infinity Edge?
Infinity edge overflow on the pond, take out our 2 overflows, and then put a pump vault down there to where the water will fall down the hill like a waterfall and go into just rocks. And every once in a while, we'll take a rake and pull the leaves off of it, you know? And that's a pump vault. Under them rocks, the water will gather and go to where the pumps are, and it'll get pumped back up. It's a great system.
People are asking what kind of fish is Betty and how is she?
She's doing great. She is a pacu or red-bellied pacu. All red-bellied pacus lose their red at about 12, 13 inches, and then they turn, you know, grayish black. So I get calls all the time. Hey, I've got a black pacu, you know, I'd like you to pick up. Okay, what color is it? Oh, it's black. No, you have a red-bellied pacu that lost its red. That's all there is to it. Black pacu are olive green with black trim. They're called piracu.
No,
and
that is wrong.
Say the right name.
Piracu is the name down in South America they use for a arapaima. You're talking about a tambiki.
Tambiki, that's it. Thank you. I said say the right name.
I always got
Tambiki is another name for black pacu. They are olive green with black trim. And, you know, if you call me and tell me you have a black pacu and I ask you what color it is, don't duh me. It happens too much. Say he's black. And then I'm going to tell you he's a red-bellied pacu that has lost his red. That's all. A true black pacu is green with black trim.
Somebody said, how old is Betty?
She is going on 21.
21.
So she was bought the weekend after 9/11 happened in 2001. So that's how we remember it.
Someone else says, you're thinking Pikachu. That's funny. As Bruce has been eating, he's not hitting the pellets as hard. We've noticed that. He is eating, he's eating the fillets and stuff like that, but he's not coming after the pellets like he used to.
He'll only pop when it's, you know, the big feeding time and he can get a big mouth of food. He's not, you know, I take it as he's, you know, having an 80-pound body, so he's not wanting to waste that energy going after a few pellets no more. So that's, you know, traits of a younger arapaima. You get the one in the stingray pool and he'll still scare the crap out of you.
Yeah, he does. Okay, guys, maybe what we should do, let's tell all of our followers to go over and, you know, click on DIY Joey's, you know, page and give him a like. Let's let him know we're watching. Let's help him make a little bit more money, or maybe have YouTube suggest his videos a little more. You know, give him a little thumbs up. You know, just let him know we're thinking of him, and you know, maybe he can come back. 'Cause, you know, he used to be up there. He was the man, right, Joey? You was the man. Where you at? Where you at? I know you're still here, buddy. I know you're going to yell at me for saying this. Come on, I know you're here. Say something. How old is Schwarzenegger again? He's 22 or 23.
We go back and forth on this all the time.
Right. We got him when he was a year old,
we
and that was
had
22
him.
year ago.
We had him at the old house. We got him when he was like 18 inches long.
Yeah.
I was driving because I drove and picked it up. So I want to say, I don't know. I can go back and look at the date, but he's
22 or 23.
he's closer to
For sure. I'm going to retire that cup and pick up this cup. That cup's flimsy. I'm going to pour this cup into this cup and unretire it. That cup is flimsy as can be. All right, A to Z Fish Room puts out the king of DIY. Here he is. Go help him out. You know, click on his thing and bring him back to you know, famousness again. Did I just say that?
Brittany
Come
Ziblis.
on, Joey. I know you're watching.
Brittany Ziblis, $10 said Bigrich on troll level 100. Go give Joey a like, guys. Let's support a small page.
We love you, Brittany. Oh my God, Joey's got to come back and say something now. I mean, now, oh my goodness. Come on, Joey. We know you're here, brother. I mean, no harm. Joey's a friend of mine. He's good people. But oh my God, that's funny.
All right, guys, you got 15 minutes left. So if you have any questions you want, go ahead and put them in the chat. Chris Trapp says, "What do you feed the stingrays? They eat pretty much whatever
Everybody
meat that
eats.
we're feeding them that time."
Yes, the shrimp and tilapia. You know, I'm experimenting now on. It's actually cheaper to buy big breast of chicken, so I'm trying to see which fish will like the chicken and if it's okay. And I've done some looking on the internet about it, and everybody says it's okay. Because catfish, they eat dead carcasses, dead birds, this and that. So chicken meat shouldn't be no bad to them. I found nothing bad against it yet. I'm going to try it because it's actually cheaper than to buy the tilapia. So we're going to try that and see. I've seen a lot of catfish on the internet where people feed them chicken. Is what the whole thing that got me going on this. They come up and they take this whole big chicken breast and they go back down. Wow, that's a big bunch of meat. That's bigger than a tilapia fillet, thicker for sure.
OBG Foster says, "Merch idea, purple cup with Fishy Friday and OFR on the other side." You mean this cup says OFR and stay fishy on it?
When we did the OFR cup, that's the only option we have. We cannot make a plastic cup with purpleness or blue or pink or whatever. I can't put a, hashtag Team Tracy in a pink cup. There's only a glass option with the writing on it. That's it.
And it is available on our Teesprings. You can find the link
Yes.
below any of our Facebook videos. in the
Any
description.
video, hit show more and you can see the Teespring.
Someone said they eat birds in the wild, so I don't see why. They also eat, dead animal carcasses.
Anything dead at the
aka
bottom of the river, yeah.
hot dogs.
Even people. they take bites out of dead people.
All a hot dog is ground up eyes, butts, the stuff that they can't use. They grind it all together.
Stop. These are things we do not need to know. When we have our fire pits out back and we're grilling hot dogs, I do not want to remember this conversation, okay? I like my blackened, crispy hot dog and put some ketchup on it and eat that. You stop it. That's all beef, 100% beef hot dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, stop it. Ah! Da, la, 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 la. What?
All beef can mean a lot of things.
Oh my God. That was the Pookums.
Raheem says, "Do you ship your merchandise to India?"
That I don't know. You have to just under each one of our videos, go to show more under the description, show more, and then there'll be a link to our merchandise. Click on that link and see if you can buy something from there and they'll ship it to your country. I don't know that. You know, it's a whole nother company handling our merch where we're not doing it no more. I bought $3,000 of white t-shirts and had them here for 2 years. And it was terrible because I had to keep making sure nobody touched them. Stop touching them. They're white. They're going to get dirty, you know. And it was horrible. Now we have a company that basically prints them as you buy them. And then we don't have to keep no stock here. We make a couple bucks off of each thing. And then, you know, the money comes to us. That's it.
Raheem said he'll try it out.
Doogie, me and you go fight if we ever meet. I don't want to hear you talking like that no more. Does Will Star ever stop by anymore? Is he strictly Bigfoot now? No, he sent me a message today and apologized for not being over lately. And I told him, I'm like, look, dude, I can't come visit you. I'm here with Tracy, you know. And he's like, I apologize and I'm sorry, and I'll make it over there soon, brother. That was Will Star's message to me.
Yeah. All right, guys, 9 minutes. Get your questions in. Oh, Brittany Zibla says, thanks for ruining hot dogs for me. I was always told don't look it up. Now I want to throw up. If you really don't want to throw up, don't look up what's in McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I love chicken nuggets. I won't let him talk about it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want to hear it. You shut your dang mouth.
It's not real chicken, Josh.
I'll backhand the both of you.
Most processed food is absolutely disgusting. Someone's asking what's in the globe.
Hey, I like the Spam. I love that. You take that and grill it. Oh my God, it's so good. Don't start talking about Spam.
And we'll get back to the globe aquarium question in just a second. But look at that. We gained Joey a subscriber. Cindy Murphy. Woo!
What?
She subbed to Joey's channel.
Oh, yay. Joey won't go under now.
Speaking of spam, you know, usually on the movie 50 First Dates, everyone what was about spam in Hawaii, and you know, Doug was like, I love spam and Reese cups. Well, over in Hawaii, the McDonald's serve spam.
Do they?
You walk into Walmart and there's big displays of nothing but spam.
Really?
Fucking hilarious.
Oh,
Swear jar.
Swear jar. Don't shake it. Add to it.
I ain't got nothing on me.
Oh my God!
Here, I'll put a quarter in there for you, Josh. Here,
SOB.
I got you, Josh.
I carry cards.
Here,
I
I got some cash. Hold on, I'll put a quarter in there for you, Josh. Here you go. Here's a quarter.
Nice. Now, here, pass this on to him. Pass this down.
No, I ain't gonna do Josh.
Pass this down.
That's my buddy.
Show you, pass it down.
Where was I at? Oh, the Globe Aquarium. What's in the Globe Aquarium? We've got
The electric blue
what?
lobster,
Larry the Lobster. That's who's in there.
a couple of guppies left that we couldn't catch, and a couple of snails.
Yep, that's it. Chris Trapp says, stop ruining processed food for me. We'll stop eating it.
Harry Banana says, I live in a country that invented haggis. No food is made worse. He is true about that. Do you know what's in haggis?
Yeah, it's like it's elk blood or something like that.
Sheep guts. It's wrapped in the intestines of another animal. Something.
I think it's elk blood.
You're talking blood pudding.
Haggis.
There you go. That is the most rotten gut thing to eat on the planet.
It's blood pudding. It's haggis containing sheep's pluck, minced onion,
Hey,
oatmeal.
Josh, there's a good one for you.
Yeah.
What has it got?
Encased in the animal's stomach.
And buttholes.
Yeah, it's disgusting. but I'll try it.
Oh, he says he'll try it, people. He'll try it. There's a knock at the door. It's haggis delivery.
There's a good one for you, Josh. Brooke Holly said, Uncle Who.
Hey, and I'm not saying spam is bad. You fry it up, eat it with ketchup. It's not bad for, you know, a canned food. It's pretty good. All right.
Oh, the Kangan says haggis is delicious. You are a man. You the man, because I would not eat it. Spam is an illegal substance in 14 states.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain oysters for Josh? No, no, no. I will not. I'm sorry.
Oh, you love that shit.
Swear jar, my friend.
No, I'm talking about food.
Uh-huh.
If you swore.
So was I.
You lie.
I was talking about spam and how great it was. So I actually heard who was down in West Virginia eating Rocky Mountain oysters.
No, I was actually down there eating deer, man. I like deer meat myself. I like to make some.
Deer's not bad.
I like to make. I like to make the back strap, the actual
See,
rib.
Hoover starts out by getting up in the morning, going out and milking the male deer.
No, milking the cow.
He's milking the male deer.
You milk the cow. You milk the cow, then after you milk the cow, you go shoot you a deer. Then you go to the chicken coop and get you a couple of eggs. Then you got you some eggs, and then you got you some deer meat on the side. Toast you up some bread. You got you some toast. That's a good breakfast.
Too much work.
Sammy Davis Jr. asked where the big stingray came from. That was in the recent video. If you guys watched one of Reaper's vids, we went down and picked up that 600-gallon tank. He actually had the stingray. He couldn't get rid of it, so he called us back, and we went and picked up the ray. Oh, people are talking about Vegemite.
Oh, wait. Stephen Bundle, like my buddy. Now, I love this guy like a brother of mine, but listen to his words. He says, whatever, haggis, hot dogs, or spam is still better than pizzas ruined with pineapple. Stephen Bundle is a true Italian, and the pineapple does not belong on pizza. We love you, Stephen.
Easy fish room for $10. He said, Bigrich, when is the next bitchin' kitchen?
I don't know. Pretty soon, me and Hoover have been talking about things that I haven't cooked in a while, and we were thinking about doing that. And I have the gimbal I can set up on a tripod and just start doing it. You know, so
we're thinking about doing some steaks is what we're thinking about. I just got to go to my sister's house.
Have you seen the price of steaks?
I don't care what the price of them are. I want some steaks, man.
Yes, pineapple and ham is great on pizza, but you got to have it with the white sauce.
Yes.
Brittany Ziblis, $5, says hashtag whose favorite food spotlight segment exclusive. Rocky Mountain oysters exposed.
No.
We know you love that shit.
No, I don't even really get into too much
frog legs.
No, too much food out of
frog legs?
out of the ocean or anything like that.
No squirrel gravy.
No,
do you know what Rocky Mountain
Wait. I said frog legs. He goes, I don't get into food out of the ocean.
I don't get out of food out of the ocean, the rivers, and all that stuff. You know.
Oh my God.
Rocky Mountain
there you go.
oysters.
There you go.
Are bison balls.
That's what they said. Show me your belly. Ooh.
Oh my God.
All right. I think
People who put
still
pizza on
blinded.
what?
I think I'm still blinded from whose belly.
Right? My hand is stinging. From the amount of
I was talking about going tanning, man. I don't know. I might go with Mara one day and just get a subscription of tanning, man. That way I get to slay in one of those things that get hot.
Well, you guys hear that? That is the 8 o'clock hour. But last comment, OBG Foster says, don't say exposed and Hoover in the same day.
That's funny.
That was a good one there.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream today. We will catch you next
We have a
week
lot of fun with you guys. Thank you. Thank you for, making our Friday nights fun.
on
I
yet
appreciate
another
it, guys.
Stay Fishy
Stay-
Friday.
Yes.
As always.
Stay fishy, my friends. Love you guys, man. That's awesome.